strengths and weak. And also more pricing plans can be available for students who are willing to pay more for more.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. Thank you for your time. Are there any questions?
Can you go back to the slide of what it does?
Yeah.
Make sure I caught all those. Okay.
That, oh, wait, the other one?
Or
You want me to read it again? Or you want me to explore it? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm curious to understand how you came up with your pricing methodology. How did you come up with the pricing?
Okay, so you want to answer? I think we kind of came up with the idea because like the tutor itself, it's like in person and it's usually like, you know, like she said, $20 to $100. Like this is online and it's more affordable and cheaper. So that's why we reduced it to $20 per month instead. So you can use it whenever you want. Yeah, to add on to that, this $20 is pretty cheap compared to like subscriptions and stuff that we use today. Like I said before, a Netflix subscription just for like entertainment costs a lot more. So it's just like it's a really nice price point where between like expensive and affordable. So we chose that.
so, like, break this down for me. Tell me in English. What is this app gonna do? Or like, if I subscribe to your app for my student, what is it gonna help that student do?
It's gonna help the student learn more. Like I feel like many students like can have trouble learning, and there's like different ways that students need that like help learn. So this app will like help them find the way for them that they can learn and like get the acknowledge that education. And this app also we can like helping them prepare for tests like SATs and ACTs when they go to high school, which then if they want to become like pursue a career and then you have to do college, it like helps them.
Sure, but like, what is it gonna do? So tell me how it does that.
Oh, so
Maybe that was the next slide. I don't know, but you can just tell me.
yeah, okay. So basically we use AI of course by analyzing exam papers, like she said, SAT, ACT, PSAT, that's basically helping you like on each of those steps from middle school to the end of high school. And so it'll generate problems for you that you can solve so you get better at them. And if you can't get those problems, then we have those professors and we use that natural language processing to be able to get advice so that we can explain it to the students in a way that they understand from a real world teacher. So that's how we help them. And then for college resumes, once again, we use our natural language processing and our machine learning and learning how like people apply to jobs and how they got those jobs. And by using that, we can help get jobs. And so basically using like all three of these AI methods, we're able to go step by step and assist you with pursuing your goals.
Let me make sure I understood. Sorry, and then I'm gonna re-summarize what I think I heard you say. So I'm sorry to drill you. I hopefully don't feel that way. I'm excited about the product. So like, so what you're saying is it's gonna scan sample test questions. Like
Yeah, I
that,
can do that.
and then explain that to the student in maybe different ways, or to break it down and help them
Yes.
solve that question.
And also, it also what it analyzes, like she said, it will give more problems so that they can work on themselves so they can understand them more.
So to like hone in on that
Yes.
particular skill.
Yeah, and that's another pro of like multiple teachers because like maybe some child like understands in a different way than others. So like we provide multiple ways to learn, which helps like nourish the child's learning.
Hey, Austin, can you go to the next slide? Got me while you're there. Cool. I'll stop asking questions. Founder, you got any questions? Sorry, we've been on.
Yeah, no, I do. I appreciate it. This was some really good creativity by the team. I do have a couple of questions. Compare how this experience is different than some of the other AI-driven apps out there, like Math Solver, ChatGPT. What's different with this?
So it's like an all-in-one basically. And ChatGPT would not give you as much experience, like it wouldn't give you as many like teacher advice, like not as much teacher advice. So it's like it's more yeah, it's more like focused on specifically education, which is why it'll be more specialized and give you better explanations than ChatGPT. And then as for the math tutor thing you were saying, this provides like information on multiple subjects. So it's not just math or not just one subject, and it's all compiled into one app that you can get a subscription for. And it's really just like, yeah, so all in one for education.
Also adding on to that, just like ChatGPT doesn't like make like problems, I guess you could say, it doesn't like make quizzes or something. Like this, our app will like make like quizzes or something to like so you can learn more better. And like ChatGPT just like gives you like a little like a word set and doesn't like really tell you how much to like work. So that's why this is a bit different.
And also, it's also based on like, it knows previously what your strengths and weaknesses are and like what you need to work on based on like your previous experience into the bot. So,
Yeah, it's like every step of the way, it'll help you from the beginning of middle school to the end of high school.
I've heard teacher advice. How are you getting real world teacher advice in this?
So like we would take what teachers already say about the student and the student can or the parent can enter that into the app. And that's how the app will like know their strengths and their weaknesses in each like subject.
Also, like when we launch the app, we will actually add a section where we can like get input and stuff. So using we can like grab like whatever responses they taken, and then it can like analyze all of those, and then using the machine learning concept, it can make like the best guess for students based off of like what the teachers have said, and we'll get that information from the website. And we'll also like look at other like websites like Excel, and we can also ask people, and then they can just like plug in the information.
Or thank you.
Did I hear, I think it was you that said, that it was, like, it helps you develop a learning plan as well? So like it learns based on.
Yeah.
What you've done, and then says like, here's a way to get better, is that where?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like molded for you. So like,
So, the people you're looking to target with this, who are you looking to help to?
So it's mainly for like high school students who want like a good like path for like their college. So like, and maybe in the future, we're also trying to like expand to even like college students who want to like their jobs.
The price that you gave, are you interested in possibly selling to like local high school? And that way they would be able to reduce their commitment that they have for the guidance counselors, or are you looking to just sell directly to parents and students?
I think we're trying to sell to both really, because like as we said in the beginning, well, the average ratio that should be implemented is 250 students to one counselor, but surveys say that it's 407 students to one guidance counselor. So we're also taking off a lot of stress from the guidance counselors, while also like really helping our consumers getting like better jobs, getting into better colleges.
So like on that pricing plan, are you thinking like am I just gonna pay monthly for my student? Or am I gonna get like a yearly discount, or like, do I like sign up for like 4-year program, or like, do I just sign in for like for ACT?
Yeah, in
You're
the
thinking-
future, we're planning maybe to put more pricing plans, but for the start right now, when we launch that, this would be our like plan of general price.
I would like to also add what like you were saying before. I don't think it's just high school. Obviously, like people can start at any age. So like it really depends on what grade you're like what level of math, like not math, but like what level of like work you're in. So like if you're in middle school and like you're in 8th grade and you're doing like really hard like chemistry, biology, that stuff, then like it also works for that as well.
Yeah, like a personal connection. Like right now I'm in 7th grade, but like really when I thought of this, I really thought that this could be helpful for me too. Like if this was a product I would see in like the market right now, I would definitely, like, my parents would definitely invest into it and probably buy me a 4-year plan. Yeah.
Valerie, did you have any other questions?
I'm all good here.
A nice job. Next up is Team Mission Impossible. Yeah, all right. I believe I did your best. I'm gonna bring up these slides on the screen. I can advance your slides for you when you're ready, okay? Go ahead.
Self-improvement, be you. Ramadan, oh God. Ramadan, Ramadan,
I'm listening.
what is self-improvement? Self-improvement is the process of doing the best self through skill development, better habits, and personal growth. Why does it matter? It leads to higher success and confidence. It improves your mental and physical health. And it helps build better relationships and habits. Our objects. Our app collects data off you and makes our daily routine that will help you make your best self.
Types of AI we'll be using. Number one, machine learning. Machine learning ML is a subset of artificial intelligence AI that enables systems to learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions with minimal human intervention. Instead of being explicitly programmed, ML algorithms improve their performance over time as they process more data. Number two, gaming AI. Gaming AI refers to the use of artificial intelligence techniques to create intelligent and adaptive behaviors in video games. It is designed to enhance gameplay by controlling non-player characters, NPCs, optimizing game mechanics, and improving player experience through dynamic and responsive environments. Number three, natural language processing. Natural language processing, NLP, AI, is a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses on enabling computers to understand, interpret, generate, and respond to human language in a meaningful way. It combines linguistics, machine learning, and deep learning techniques to process text and speech.
Machine learning. Machine learning is in our app because we specialize routines to match everyone's well-being. After all, that's the whole point of our app. Our app takes information from each person to specialize a special routine for them that works best for them to help them, be their best self, like we've said before. Like some people, are way more active than others, and those that aren't, it could add like 30 minutes every day to go outside for more vitamin D or something like that. Some kids miss homework and get in trouble, so the next day. Adding that to their schedule helps them in particular, so it specializes everyone's to themselves. Their routine. Natural language processing, NPL. We implemented NPL in our app because our app is going to have a chat box for users to use. They're going to have a chance to engage with someone and have someone to talk to. Sometimes all we need is someone to talk to, and the chat box is someone who's more
emotionally understanding, I guess you could say, because, and for our user to talk to, which helps them particularly, because more than like like an AI where it's just like telling you facts, it like, I guess helps you, be more understanding. And this improves ourselves because modeling things up inside us doesn't let us be ourselves and make ourselves free to who we are.
Gaming AI. We use AI. We use gaming AI in our app. When a person does or accomplishes all tasks on their schedule, they get points for doing it. With enough points, the user can save up for any gift card they like. V-Bucks, Apple, Amazon, etc. You could get anything. As we all know, most people love Roblox, which has options to change their avatars, which people absolutely love.
Problem. Many challenges that prevent self-improvement. Lack of motivation, bad habits are hard to break. Procrastination and distractions, overloading goals, and no clear plan or accountability. The solution is the three-step system for success. Step one, how to start small, focus on tiny manageable changes. Step two is how to stay consistent, build daily habits, rather than relying on motivation. Step three, how to track progress, measure success and adjust as needed.
Thanks for listening.
Back to last slide, I'd love to. All right, step three, we're talking about. Yeah. So you're talking about, in your presentation, I've heard a lot about, you use machine language, you use gaming, you use natural language processing. Do you have an idea of in your system how you're gonna bring all that stuff together?
Yeah, I think it's just like specific area of it that we include, so like machine learning. It would implement everyone's like specific goals and then like gaming and AI. Like we said, like they're gonna get rewards and stuff for each day that they complete to make, like complete specific tasks and stuff. That makes sense.
So I'm hearing you're using machine learning to build custom tasks for them based on what they want, or?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
Is there a cost for this app?
Oh, no, it's completely free. That's why people should use it.
How are you generating revenue for gift cards?
We get sponsorship from the other companies.
I think the more people that use it, the more money that the business gets, I guess. And I think more than focusing on like the money, even if we don't get a chance to implement that, I think our whole like point is to make people better and like make them the best selves of themselves to make the world a better.
Okay, I have some questions. So who's your target market?
Usually around adults, like from, well, yeah, technically for everybody, really.
So students and adults.
Yes, students and adults.
Preschool too, or?
Not really. If they have a phone, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit around like upper elementary school to like.
Or middle school, around middle.
Yeah,
school.
around like.
So middle school is your target market?
Middle school and up, yeah.
Yeah, because I think some adults can use it too that have like general, if they wanted to make their day more clear or like help them be more focused in their day and not procrastinate, I think that could be helpful.
Need this app. So Can you summarize this for me, like how, so like if I subscribe to this, what happens?
You get a schedule every day that motivates you and pushes you to your goals.
Like, so I think at the beginning, we're gonna have questions to help like understand you and your specific personality and mentality to include like your, I guess, everything about you to know what kind of things need to be implemented into the schedule. And obviously, if some things don't work out, you can always like ask to always like have the option to like change things, add more to it if you wanted more, even if they like it was enough or it was too much. It's always open to editing it.
I think what I heard you say is I'm gonna register for it, so I don't have to pay, so that's cool. So I'm gonna register for it, it's gonna tell me, do some kind of onboarding to figure out what I need to work on.
Yeah, so basically you'll type in all your what classes you have, what you want to get better at, and then it'll generate a whole schedule for you based on what you said.
And then I'm gonna play games to build my skills.
Well, yeah, so no, it's sort of if you accomplish your whole schedule,
You get a certain number of points, and those points add up to either you can, like we said, like the gift cards, or like you know how in Roblox you get to change your characters or like other stuff. Like I don't I don't play it either, but that's what I've heard. You get to like change your characters, and I know a lot of people love implementing that as kids more of, and that can I feel like attracts more attention from kids and people, and which makes them want to continue it, and like make them actually want to do it every day and finish their tasks.
basically motivation.
Yeah.
Then lastly, you're gonna show a status of it, it sounds like, so there's like, you're tracking it. So you're gonna say like, Tom, you missed the goal,
Yeah.
we gotta work on this harder, or
Yeah.
maybe we need to come up with some different
Yeah.
tasks, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it. Valerie, do you have any other questions?
Yeah. Where did the 3-step process come from? I guess even a more generic question. What kind of research did you do to come up with this 3-step solution, or how you're proposing users of the app interact with it?
And like a solution.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear
The search of like the problem for something improvement and try to find a solution. And I found the two-step system.
I tried to connect it to our personal lives to show what like we know and what we need to work with, and how we get successful in life. Oh my God.
But like honestly, I need a schedule too.
All right, thank you.
Mission Impossible.
Machine Impossible, you said?
Mission.
Mission Impossible.
All right, good job, guys. All right, next up, I think we have the virtual team, that will be presenting, that's Manish and Kanav. Manish and Kanav, are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up your slides in a minute. I think they're on Google Drive, aren't they? All right, here we go. Manish and Kanav, take it away when you're ready.
Hello everyone, I'm Kanav,
I'm Hish.
and this is our project Next Gen Sports, where we elevate, innovate, and dominate.
I think next slide. So coming to a couple of background here. So there are tens of thousands of pro athletes that try to improve their game and dominate in the athletic world. there are many people trying to improve their game, but kind of stop because they don't have the technique or proper utilities to improve their game. So Next Gen Sports is your AI coach for any sport of your liking. This AI is the next generation for athletes. The AI tool is able to assess you based on thousands of pro athletes technique that have good technique and tips, and it will search the internet for drills and tips and tricks all over, like YouTube, kind of what ChatGPT does for when it searches for an answer, where it like kind of roams all over the internet to find our thing. So this our AI technology can very easily fix any problem.
Next slide. What we do here at Next Gen Sports, we elevate by giving tips on your performance by using computer vision to analyze it, so that the AI can give you tips and tricks and drills to be the best you can possibly be. We also use as I said before, we use the AI to be your personal coach and mentor. And Next Gen can take you from a rookie to an expert in a matter of months. Next slide.
So how do we use our AI coaching tool here? It's really simple. You add your height, weight, and age, because this is used to like base on what kind of like activities they will give you. You upload a video of yourself playing your sport which you desire. The AI coach will take around a minute to give you your drills and exercise to upgrade your game. So kind of it analyzes what's happening, what you're doing, what your posture is, what your technique is, and it kind of like bases itself on the logistics of other like people that are good, like they're pros and compares it to yourself. And you can also ask the AI coach to kind of make you meal prep or a diet. And the most important thing is practice these drills can and tips that the AI coach gives you is very essential. Next slide. So coming to a couple of setbacks and constraints that we have. So AI bias and adaptability. The AI doesn't know how you play personally. For example, soccer in Brazil is played what they call samba, which is more a skill-based thing. So it doesn't really know how that you play personally, but that will take over time, kind of like it adapts to how you play. So it gives you the drills based on how you play. Over reliance on AI coaching, this extra reliance on AI can lose the player's instincts in real game practice. So it's like more their instincts, their thought process will, I feel like if you use it over too much, then it will kind of like diminish slowly. Real world translation. These tips and tricks only work if the does them on a daily basis that the AI coach gives you. So kind of like a schedule or a plan. And potential for confusing guidance is kind of like the tips and tricks could be a little hard for the user to do, but you can also change the range of what kind of exercise you want or what kind of difficult you want it to be at. Next slide.
Kobe Bryant once said, "The internet gives players a great advantage. This is the great advantage." Next slide. That's it for our presentation. Any questions?
Yeah. Again, I appreciate the creativity. This is a whole different look. I love all the different problems and sort of facets of life. Couple of questions. So my first one is, do you have a cost for this app?
So we actually do not have a cost. It is free, but on how we create revenue is so if you see a couple of games that for instance on the internet when you download a game, for example Clash of Clans, when you download the app, it gives you ads in the middle. So kind of like or Spotify, it gives you ads where you can add the user can like create a premium account with us. So you can get rid of those ads. So the ads are like kind of like a way that it's kind of trying to get rid of the ads can create revenue, and we can get those sponsored from the games that or the ads that we're putting inside our game. So the companies that give us that we're using for ads can give us money.
What about the coaching that people are getting in real life? How does that come into play with this application?
You want to take this one, Connor?
Yes. Okay. So can you repeat the question again? My volume was like too low.
No, that's fine. So, assuming most people that come to this app are going to have real life coaches as well. How does that come into play with this application?
So as said before, the too much reliance of the AI can be a negative effect on your ability. So you can ask the AI to go a little easy. Like you can change the level of difficulty that the AI gives you. Like if it's too hard for you, you can just change it to go a little down, a little up, based on how you're doing. And so you can ask the AI, I have in the coach, can you just tell me do this, do that, and just ask the AI.
Thank you.
What AI method are you intending to use with this? I'm a little bit confused as to what you're intending and how you're going to use it.
Could you repeat that? We couldn't really hear you.
What AI methods are you intending to use with this?
Oh yeah, I think Kanav was talking about this in one of his slides, I
Yeah.
think.
We use data AI to, cause like there's data involved in this, like height, weight, age, stuff like that. That's data AI. And I believe language AI, because uh the AI is gonna talk to you and it's gonna be like language based, so it's gonna talk to you kind of like that Chat GPT and give you what you need to be the best you can possibly be, and that's the only two AI that we use so far.
And I think we also have computer visioning because kind of like the way that this works is because only if the computer, like the AI itself, is able to see what the player's doing. So we also have computer visioning inside.
Too.
I don't think we wrote it in our slides. I think we just talked about it overview.
But I have a couple questions. First one was, what was your team name and what was the name of the app? I was
So,
thinking on the
oh,
last.
our team name was the Designers and our app's name was the Next Gen Sports.
So, the video part, let me ask a couple questions on that, maybe explain a little bit more. So if so you used the example of soccer before, well, let me start with that maybe. So is it like every sport possible? Or is there like certain sports you're supporting?
So they're like certain sport, not like certain sports, but like sports that like for instance are like thriving, kind of like any sport in the Olympics, for instance, the World Cups, kind of like this. But if you look at like smaller sports, kind of like I don't know, like a small like for instance, like I don't really know like a small sport that I talk about, like kind of like
Pickleball.
sports that are like mainstream, like where you have like big sports, kind of like anything like javelin, soccer, basketball, football, anything like something like that.
Like pickleball, it's not a big sport, but it is still in
Yeah,
our.
so it's like a thriving sport. Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so that's a great example. So, I'm not familiar with every sport out there, but every thriving sport by any means, but like, if we talk about baseball and it said that you do it by video, um, just baseball is where I'm comfortable. So you would, or somebody would video me playing as whatever the position I play. It would, somebody would video that and then it would somehow see that video and say that, Tom, you really stink at catching. You need to focus on catching and here's some drills to do it. Is that what you're thinking? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like something similar to that. Yeah.
okay.
that's like that's our foundation basically.
Yeah, so like kind of like if a person's, for instance, if he's batting right now, right? And then when his backflip is wrong, like when he's swinging wrong, his hands are coming down too fast, kind of like in baseball. It'd be like, yeah, like a couple of like drills would be like kind of like extending your front elbow more back, or kind of like getting your swing more like to create more like acceleration when you're hitting the ball through.
Yeah. Or when you're like pitching, maybe you're not hitting too hard, you're dropping the ball too early, too late. So it's gonna like tell you what you need to do to be better.
About an hour back. Did we get you guys back?
Oh yeah, we didn't hear any questions though.
Oh,
Mahesh and Kana will be back on. Give us a minute. Sorry about
Yeah, it's
that.
fine. Yeah, no worries.
That's what you said to me.
Here, that's interesting. I push. I mean, this is connected. This is exactly as it was. It's not picking up here. Even though this is pulling.
Austin, the team should be downstairs. Should I call on them?
Are you guys able to hear us?
Yeah, no, we're ready here.
All right, team, if you can all quiet down, if you don't mind, thank you.
Okay, sorry, we had some technical difficulties there. You guys were talking about.
Guys, quiet down,
Or something like that.
Sorry, can you repeat the question real quick?
Yeah.
We lost you when you guys were talking about pitching and that I didn't know.
Oh yeah, like he was just saying when you're pitching or when you're hitting, like if you have some kind of like technical flaws in like the way your arm is like not hyperextending, like those videos, like those tips and tricks from the YouTube or internet, it would be able to assess and like kind of like relay it over to you.
So are you gonna give like, so like I assume like the parent of the player is gonna be doing this video work? Are you gonna
Yeah,
give?
it could be like it could be like anyway, it's just like any like camera video you take and just like it's like a matter of just uploading, like taking a video and uploading it. Like there's no specific angle. Like depending on the sport, of course, there's gonna be angle. Like if you're batting, then a side angle would be better. If you're pitching, like kind of like the side, like something like that. Yeah.
I think I misunderstood what you just said. So then I thought I heard you say it doesn't matter what angle, and then I thought I heard you say that it depends on an angle.
No, I mean like I'm not saying like it depends on kind of what angle you give it at. Like to give you to like the max. Like when you're hitting, it's like a side angle matters like the most.
Oh,
Those kind of like the essential angles.
I see what you're saying. I was talking about like the recording.
If
like-
if the AI doesn't like make sense of what you're doing, it might ask you try a different angle or can you please do this, please do that to like see how you're doing it.
Then who is your target audience? Who's your target?
Like athletes in general, like any like people that are playing sports that kind of like just want to like improve their game.
So anybody that plays a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any questions, Josh. Do you have any more questions? Or Valerie?
All good here. Thank you.
Good job, Mahesh and Kanav, thank you. All right. Josh, I think it's your team up next, Robodudes.
Yeah, they're getting ready to set up.
All right. Josiah, do you want to share your screen or do you want me to?
Yeah, we'll share our screen.
All right, thank you.
All right, Bloomington, can you see our screen?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Come on, boys.
Okay, so when you want to go to the next slide, hit the arrow. Okay.
Good. They see you don't.
So this is our smart shopper. This is our smart shopper. Smart shopper details. Have you ever gone shopping and spent so much time wandering looking for what you want? Well, the smart shopper solves that problem. The smart shopper helps by getting groceries for you beforehand. All you have to do is drive up to the store, then you have your products. Our smart shopper saves time and money so you can do what you want to do. Our smart shopper uses computer vision by getting the right products for the customer, navigating the store, and knowing if a food has gone bad. Using its cameras, our smart shopper uses computer vision by using its cameras to look for the products the customer asked for, navigating the area to not crash into anything, and checking to see if anything has gone wrong. Our smart shopper uses machine learning by checking if foods are healthy or not and giving you recommendations based on what you buy often. Our smart shopper uses machine learning by checking if things are healthy or not, recommending healthier alternatives, and checking if the product is safe to eat. Also making recommendations like suggesting a healthier version of the product that you buy and helping you find deals so you don't overspend. Smart Shopper uses natural language processing with speech recognition and searching for products based on user text input. Our Smart Shopper uses NLP by customers can search for products they need to buy via speaking to the robot or by searching for the product with text input. Extra features. One of our extra features is the smart fridge to see if all of the items in your fridge are healthy and good to eat. Another feature is a downloadable app for said smart fridge. The last extra feature is our premium pass for $10 a month for a shorter wait and a cheaper fee for delivery. In conclusion, the Smart Shopper is perfect for helping you shop and save time. It also makes you a healthier person by recommending something healthier based on what you like. Using NLP, machine learning, and computer vision, it helps make shopping easier for everyone. With our product, we guarantee that smart shopping will be a pleasant experience for everyone. Any questions?
I'm hearing that this is a robot that's most likely deployed to the grocery store as well. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So your target is, what is the cost for a store to deploy that in their store? Do we know that?
Can you say that again?
What is the cost for a store to deploy the robot for this?
Like usually $10 to $15 per quart.
Oh, so actually, I think maybe that's a little bit different, Josh. So it sounds like maybe it's a device that's on their shopping cart that helps them navigate to what they're looking for or what they're buying. Is that right? Or is there a robot that goes and plucks the things that I want and puts it in a bag for me to pick up?
Yes. It's a the ladders, yes.
So it's not doing the shopping for me, it's helping me do the shopping as I move to the store, yes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Cool.
So I'm still pushing the cart. I'm still picking up the groceries and putting them in the cart.
No. It
No.
grabs it for you. So like you're at home and you like have like an app and you ask and you like type in what you want and then like at the store the grocery robot picks it up, puts it in like the cart, and then all you have to do is like drive there and then it'll be like waiting so you can pick it up.
You know how much a robot costs? One single robot.
Is it like $100? That's too expensive.
It's okay to say we did research that.
$50 is good, right? Yeah, $50. Oh. We didn't research the price though.
So is this at a particular store? Or is this like, go ahead.
This works for all stores, every store.
So like, is it just for groceries? Or is this like gonna go do my stuff at Best Buy too? Or is
It can be with it can be at any store with anything, like foods, games, toys, whatever.
And so there's an app that I use to say, here's my shopping list. Is that right?
Yes.
And then the suggestions, that comes as it pulls the things off the shelf, or that comes from my list?
From your list. Based on what you like.
So what would a suggestion be? Give me like maybe 2 examples.
Like if you like Oreos, but Oreos are really bad for you, then it looks for things that are similar to Oreos but healthier, and then it asks you if you want, and then you can say yes or no. Like or like anything really, based on what you like to buy frequently.
And I missed it. Am I paying a subscription for this? Or is it like a per shopping trip? Or how do I get charged?
It's you pay for the groceries and there's a delivery fee too, and there's an optional subscription, and the delivery fee is cheaper and you have a shorter wait time. It goes faster.
So it delivers it to me in the parking lot, or it delivers it to my house, or where's it delivering?
Well, you can if you can like choose if it delivers it to you in the parking lot. That's for like free. But if you want to like deliver it to your house or whatever, then it would be like a fee, like $1 or $2.
I'm sorry, Valerie, did you have more questions? Sorry, I kind of jumped in there.
No, you're good. You're good. So what about the stores where you have to bag your own? Or you have to check yourself out?
It would check out for you by paying with the app.
Okay.
Any more questions?
I think I'm good. Josh, you have more questions? Oh, you know what? And maybe, did you ask this one? Did you ask what technology?
I think that was the previous one.
Okay, which AI technologies are you using again?
NLP, machine learning, and computer vision.
I don't have any other questions.
That it?
All right, nice job, Carl, Soren, and Elijah. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Team Hava creators coming up next, and I'm gonna bring them up. And Hava creators are Marini,
Oh
Anna.
my God, who's that charming man on screen right here?
I'm gonna share my screen.
This is the one, so I'm over it.
All right, team, take it away when you're ready.
We're the Hobby creators, and we created a parenting 101 app.
I'm Hardy. I'm Ebony. I'm Bishop. I'm Anna. This is Thomas. And we created a parenting 101 app.
Did you struggle with your first kid? Well, according to lifehelp.com, they say that 61% of parents struggle with exhaustion from the lack of communication with their first one. Along with that, 48% say that they're anxious or overwhelmed when dealing with their first kid.
As you can see, this one's quite a handful. When he cries, when he cries, at first we didn't know what he was doing. If we had that app, we would have known right away. That's where we come in. Thomas, you go get Mama. Go get Mama. Oh, bye, Thomas. Next slide. Next slide. Where's the slide?
Okay. What is Parenting 101?
Parenting 101 is a revolutionary communication app. It can help parents worldwide with all their struggles with their babies. They can connect with their little ones better if they use our app. It has intuitive features that help guide parents to the right path, whether their baby's crying, it has a picture, or anything like that, even a bruise. It can interpret baby's needs and emotions, and it fosters a strong bond and commune and supports healthy development.
It includes intuitive features that guides parents, which we'll talk about in the later slides. Next slide, please.
Adapting to your baby's needs. How it works. It uses machine learning to help with taking care of the baby. Feed in data and can compare with other data types. It includes ideas to help. It gives parents thumbs up / down to review the app. And using the data, it will further change and adapt to the mode.
Basically, you feed in the data of how old your baby is, what their nap time routine, whatever their schedule is, and it'll compare it with other babies throughout the whole world. And later we'll talk about the different pricing plans and how we have a basic and a premium plan. Next slide, please.
The basic package, it consists of fire detectors, illness identifiers for parenting hacks, heart health, brain suggestions, and parent benefits. It's basic because it's the least expensive and has the necessities. The payment plan is monthly, $13. Some annual is $35, $55. Annual is $99.99.
Basically, the basic package consists of a cry detector when it listens to your baby's cry and compares it with other baby's cries and sees if it's crying for a diaper change, for food, or anything else. It also identifies illnesses based on how your baby's what the temperature is, all that. There's also a platform where parents can all pitch in, give ideas, answer questions, sort of like a Reddit sort of platform, but just for hacks, baby and tips. It also gives you brand suggestions for what moisturizer to use, shampoos, conditioners, anything that a first-time parent needs.
So diapers, so that won't give the baby a rash. What type of, if your baby has a certain skin type, it wouldn't give your baby a rash.
Or how to deal with the rash.
In their cry detector, once it tells you what it thinks it is, let's say your baby's crying and it says, okay, maybe it needs to go to bed. You try to put it to bed. Let's say that doesn't work because it's your first time. It doesn't really know your baby as well. So you put in, okay, that didn't work. Then it says, okay, maybe it needs a diaper change. And then you find out, oh, it did need a diaper change. So then you tell it, okay, that cry must mean it needs a diaper change. Over time, it'll give you more and more accurate results.
And that's where the machine learning plays in. Next slide, please.
our premium, we have a premium package. It consists of 1 week free trial. It also includes all of the basic pack. It includes educational videos that is personalized for your child and their level. There's a schedule that like adapts to how your baby works. So like if it needs a nap, it can nap at a specific time, stuff like that. As I said, adapts to your child. Educational games, and it's AI integrated, and there's a scribble detector.
So, the scribble detector. Thomas came home from daycare around Thanksgiving time with this picture. We didn't know what it was, so we had to ask him. So it didn't really scar him now, but let's say he was like 2 or older, and he understands that like, oh no, they couldn't tell what it is. That means it must not have been good enough. The scribble detector, you write in like circumstances, when, what, and you take a picture of it. It tries to tell you what it is. Turns out this is a turkey. You can kind of see it, but the scribble detector might help you see it better. You can just snap a picture, type in it, before your child asks, oh, why don't you know what it is?
And the scribble detector uses computer vision to like identify the basically. Also, to elaborate on the integrated with AI aspect of it, when we meant integrated with AI, we mean like an AI chat box that the parents can ask any questions, any suggestions, and again with the parent database, sort of like the Reddit again, where parents can ask questions, other parents answer, and this can all range like different age groups. Like if your baby's 0 to 3, like a baby or like a toddler, it matters that way. And the payment plan for this is monthly $15, semi-annual $55, and annual $99.99. Next slide, please. So the special features from our app is, like I said, the AI chat box, the parent database, and the cry detector, which we've already covered so far. Yes.
So the AI chat box is a one-on-one friendly chat that answers any questions. You guys all know Google's new Gemini. It's integrated with that. So it has the same kind of features where it accesses all of anything Google has. So it can look it up if it doesn't know. And the longer it goes, more machine learning, it gets better over time of just like immediately knowing it. The parent database, we've already shared most of these, but just to elaborate on them, it connects parents around the world. So it also uses part of the AI chat or AI part to like, if you're communicating with someone like in France, it can translate French into English so that you two can talk. You can share questions that you have, or even if you just want to like ask something that we somehow have missed, you can ask other parents and they can tell you, oh, this worked for my kid, and it can help with parents like one-on-one.
You can share questions, answer questions, share hacks or tips, and it's always monitored for any red flags in case it's inappropriate content. So we want to keep this a very kid-friendly, safe space for all parents. And then for the cry detector, like we said, it uses machine learning to learn the different types of cries and differentiates them between what like a cry for food is, cry for a diaper change, whatever, a cry for like getting hurt. Next slide, please.
Happy baby, happy life, happy Hava.
So Hava actually in Hebrew means life. So we thought that that was kind of cool that all of our names together in Hebrew mean life. Thank you.
Robert, do you want to start with questions?
Go ahead. I'm researching something real quick.
Okay, perfect. So I think I might have missed on your slide the park pal.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I missed you guys talking about it.
So,
What's the park pal about?
So Park Pal can tell you where the nearest baby-friendly parks are. So eventually, once you are exploring all the features, you'd have entered like different information about your baby, like age, if it has any special ability, anything like that. So then it can find something good for your baby, like a good park near you. You can either say like in this area, or if you're like even on vacation, like in Florida, wherever, in wherever you are in like what town or state you're in. And it can tell you any good parks that have good reviews. It can give you a plethora of different options.
You can also utilize Park Pal for any nearby grocery stores in case you're traveling and you just need some immediate baby necessities. It'll also help you that it's kind of like a built-in map for all baby related parts.
So I'm an Apple guy, so I'm not familiar with Genesis. Tell me a little bit about that. Gemini is perfect. Thank you. Well done.
Google's new AI chat sort of thing, and basically Gemini uses research in order to give you answers on like ChatGPT. I mean, now there is an option for ChatGPT to search the web and give you more reliable answers, but Gemini has already done that, and statistically Gemini has proven to give you more accurate answers with websites like if like search from, and it gives you those websites so you can further do your.
Did you all research if baby cry data exists, or if there are data sets out there for that?
From personal experience, I did my own kind of research at home. And I just remember when Thomas was a baby, he had different cries, and I eventually was able to tell, but I thought it would be way easier if we had an app to tell us. I remember like it would be a shorter cry for different things or a longer cry for others. And I thought maybe an app can help organize that for you.
So yes, there are like 3 or 4 of them, and there is actually an app called Chatter Baby that will identify the baby's cry. So, what about I see something in there about illnesses. The medical advice and maybe licenses you need to have in the background to address. Have you addressed that?
Basically, you input your baby's symptoms of what exactly your baby is feeling, such as temperature. Do they have any rashes? Is there like an allergic reaction? Basically, you input all of that, and you can do that through the AI or the parent database, and the AI or Gemini will give you websites, and it'll do its research and try to find the most accurate possible disease or whatever your baby's feeling. If it's just a common cold, it'll also tell you that. But also, like, you also may want to just check with the doctor in person.
It also like explains the severity of what's happening to the baby.
Yeah.
Like if you want to check with the doctor or not.
Basically, it'll tell you if you need a doctor. It also helps like if your baby falls, there's different like severities of bruises. Like there's just like common ones, and then there's some that like turn purple, and you might want to get them checked out depending on how bad they are. It can also tell you like how bad the bruise is or how bad a scrape is.
Okay. What did you come up with your pricing? How did you come up with that?
Thinking more of like how much time it takes to like, or how much time it takes to code it, like maybe because like how much time it takes, because there are lots of different things inside of this which would be very time consuming. So that's mostly how we did it.
We also like our app ad free. Since we all know ads are really annoying, and we wanted to reduce the number of ads by just having a basic plan and a premium plan. We would recommend going monthly because it's a much cheaper option. So the monthly plan would be a lot cheaper. It would be a cheaper option. So, and we did our research by researching like what different prices are for apps such as this.
No further questions. Thank you all.
I had one more question. Sorry, I'm sorry. 5 extra. So what, just refresh my memory, all the AI technologies you're using in your app.
Okay, so we're using machine learning, OpenAI, computer vision, and NLP. So 4 different AI things. Yeah. Any other questions?
All right. Next up, we have Team Mindbird engineers. Team Mindbird engineers are Harini, Aditi, Liam, and Nikisha. I have your slides and I'm going to bring them up. So quick reminder, if you all need to take a quick break, just step outside at your own time and we'll work our way through this. Team Mindbird engineers, take it away when you're ready.
All right. This is the smart oven. And yeah. Next slide, please. Did you know that more than half of Americans aren't proficient in the kitchen? But this oven will help you cook and guide you through cooking so that you can get better and eventually won't need as much assistance.
The uses of like this oven, it helps us like cooking. Like if you're like very hungry, it could give us like very quickly and you don't have to do any work. And it also does baking because like you can like bake like cakes and stuff. And there are like various types of recipes in this oven, and we can like customize them by using our secret ingredient or something.
There are many advantages that come with this oven. So for example, it can preheat itself and it turns off automatically, which is super useful since it's pretty sure we've all forgotten to turn off the oven. It's got smart sensors built inside it, which helps make sure that nothing becomes overcooked or undercooked. And there are many ways that you can personalize it. So for example, if you have a child at home and you're worried that they might accidentally open up the oven or hurt themselves, you'd be able to like put a child lock on it to make sure that they can't open it. And if you're on a diet, you would be able to, the smart oven would be able to give you recipes that would be more like diet friendly and give you like and help you like count your calories when you show it ingredients. It is voice controlled and it can do lots of different types of recipes. So how exactly does this oven work? So the oven can see what you put in front of it, such as the ingredients, through computer vision. It can also understand what you tell it through natural language processing. And the oven can, at the very beginning when we're teaching it, we teach it some basic culinary concepts. And through machine learning, the oven uses these culinary concepts to come up with the recipes using the ingredients we have put in front of it. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I do. So I want to go back to your problem. I love to cook, so I like this one a lot. I love recipes. Your initial data set, you said more than half of Americans are not proficient in the kitchen. Why are they not proficient in the kitchen?
Maybe because they don't have a good kitchen or they haven't been taught how to cook properly.
Also, like, there are lots of apps where you can have food delivered to you really quickly, like Uber Eats or Grubhub. So I think people are taking advantage of that and not taking the time to learn how to cook.
So I heard the convenience of other options, maybe not having a nice kitchen, not being taught. How does this oven solve for those proficiency problems?
So this oven has the option of talking, so it uses natural language processing, which allows you to talk to it and it will understand what you say. And using the ingredients you have at home, you are able to come up with the oven comes up with the recipes for you, and it is able to make some of the make the recipes for you, and you won't have to be proficient in the kitchen to have food from your house.
How will it make a recipe for me? Will it go get my ingredients, mix it?
It'll generate it and then like through AI, and it will give you different options for it. And if you don't like it, you can say like generate more. But then it'll tell you how to prepare it. But then it'll start preheating while you're preparing it.
So maybe walk us through a scenario. So like, if Josh here is hungry for, I don't know, a hamburger, what happens? So like, is that what you're thinking? So
what we do is we put so based on what we have at home, we put the ingredients that we have at home in front of the oven, and it is able to see it through the computer vision, and it can use the basic culinary concepts that we feed to it, and it makes recipes based on that and the ingredients we have.
okay, so somehow I have to show it everything in my house that I have for ingredients. And then it can then say, here's some recommendations of what we can make together. Generates me a recipe, I think, is what you're saying, to coach me through how to prepare it.
Yeah, also if it's also able to make the recipe if you put the ingredients into it. So like if you put like hamburgers and like bread or like what ingredients do you need for like, so you, as I said, like you can like customize your own recipe. So like you can put like your own ingredients into your food.
So I would put like a bun, like some meat and some, I don't know, ketchup and mustard in the oven.
Yeah.
And then like I get a burger.
So not exactly. So what the oven does is it kind of like, especially for people who aren't proficient in cooking, like kind of almost teaches you how to cook. So the actual like putting it in the oven part, really that's for like making sure that things don't become overcooked or undercooked. So like if you're like cooking the meat, it would make sure that happens, but like flipping the buns or like preparing the condiments, that would the AI would teach you how to do that.
So what sensors does the oven have to tell me when that needs to be done? Are the sensors just on the outside of the oven, or are there sensors inside? How do I make sure I don't burn my food? That's the number one thing I do.
Yeah, so the sensors are integrated on the inside of the oven and they're heat resistant. So they can so they have like almost these like mini cameras that can take a look at the food, but then also you know how they're like oven racks. It will based on like the recipe, how long it has to cook, it can like taking those and like the temperature of the oven, it can take those things into account and determine if it's undercooked or overcooked. So
also, since it knows the recipe, it is able to tell how long it might need to stay in the oven, and so it'll be able to stop the timer and turn itself off when it's done. More questions?
That was Mindware Engineers, nice job again. Coming up next is Next Gen Designers, Team 7, Loka, Chiro, and Rakalya. I have your presentation up here. I'm gonna bring that up. And just let me know when you want me to advance this or slides. Take it away when you're ready.
Hi, my name is Sloka. My name is Chiri.
Hello, my name is Rakelia, and we are the Next Gen Designers, and our app is EduGenius.
So this is our agenda for today. So yeah.
So, our problem statement. Imagine just sitting there looking at a homework problem and having no clue how to start it. At that moment, we usually jump to our easily attainable resources like YouTube, the internet, or Google. Often, personally, they leave me more confused than I first started. As per statistic, over 70% of the students in the world struggle with homework. That's where we come in.
So what is EduGenius? The EduGenius is a cutting-edge AI-powered homework tool that's designed to help you with your homework. And it actually provides personalized support and guidance. It helps students understand, solve, and learn from their mistakes. And it also covers a wide range of subjects.
So these are the technologies behind EduGenius. So first we start with natural language processing, or otherwise known as NLP. So with that, we'll type in a question and then based on that question, it will help us find out what the category of that subject is. Like, if a question based on that, it will tell us this is your question about that. And then second, we have computer vision. So with our app, we use computer vision to take a picture. So we take a picture of the homework with our phone, and then EduGenius will just scan through all the problems and tell us how each one works. And then we have machine learning. So with this, it can we have if you guys so your accuracy in EduGenius, so as many questions as you can answer, it will give you easier or more difficult problems to solve, so that you can do better in the subjects they want to focus on more. Then we also have AI imaging. So with that, it can help students who are visual learners. They don't read, they need to be you have to show them what they have to learn. Then we have it for gaming. So it's meant for kindergarten through high school. So for our the little kindergarten and first grade friends, we decided to make some educational games, because with that they would be productive and also have fun. Next slide.
So these are the main things that EduGenius focuses with, especially in math. This is one of the best subjects that EduGenius helps with. So for example, when you're it doesn't matter what age level you're at. So even if you're a 12th grader studying calculus, or a kindergartner studying sums, it can help you with anything. And reading. EduGenius can actually with its NLP, natural language processing and computer vision, it can actually read the book, help you read the book, and actually if you're struggling a kindergartner struggling how to read and how to pronounce words, it can actually help you sound out each letter and actually help you successfully read that novel or book. And social studies. It doesn't just if you're showing it a textbook and then asking it to explain it to you, it doesn't just
like summarize what's going on in that like curriculum. It also gives you a wide range of resources to understand more things about it. And science. Science, you can like EduGenius can actually like help you if you're learning about biology. It can give you experiments and other like experiments, some kind of like statistical data and like all like stuff related to science. And then writing, so if like for me, I'm a seventh grader and we're learning a lot about like persuasive essays. So EduGenius doesn't just help you with that assignment, it actually also analyzes like what you've written down and gives you more like helps you like if you're struggling a lot in grammar, it will actually help you improve your grammatical errors and help you get better in general. Music. A lot of students nowadays are involved in a lot of extracurriculars like music, technology, and coding. It doesn't we like EduGenius focus on not just the curricular stuff, but also things that help a child grow in all aspects of life. Next slide, please.
Why EduGenius is for you. So one thing that makes it different from other websites is the cost effectiveness. So unlike some other websites, we have a free model. So this provides more affordable features. And if you do want more features, difficulty like Cheer said before. It's also very time saving because because it gives you instant solutions and helps you learn faster. And sometimes other students can have like a difficulty understanding if it's like it's in English, like maybe a student who speaks Spanish. So it also supports multiple languages, which makes it more accessible.
So who is on the website mentor? So EduGenius's main goal is to help students from kindergarten, like high school, specifically like 9 to 12. So we make sure to have different resources to help each group, like for high school, like calculus, for kindergartens like sums, stuff. And for middle school, like learning like algebra and stuff with them. It also focuses on what that age group mostly does. Like for a kindergartner, they're not going to sit a long time as a high schooler or middle schooler. They'll like get distracted or they want to do something fun while they're studying. So EduGenius, like True said before, it offers a variety of interactive games that children can pick and choose. As for middle schoolers, it focuses more on like the website and like social events and like what's going on with the world right now. Because a lot of like our age children are like they're more interested in learning a lot more about like social events and stuff like that. And for high schoolers, they're mostly focused on their school curriculums, so it's mostly focused on like what course they want to take in college, and it'll be a lot related to that. How does EduGenius evaluate? EduGenius can scan a test using the computer vision and comprehend which questions are wrong. Using this information, it can, like what Shulka said before, it can tailor specific like sources just for you. It also, if a few of us did the math test for STEAM Olympics, if you really struggle,
so like so like if we did the math test or something like that, and we got our answer paper back, and we got like a few questions wrong. What EduGenius can do is it can scan our test paper, see which questions we got wrong, and then it can tell you what subjects or specific topics those are in, and then it can help you get better at that.
And it can also help you understand like how it works. So like there's a problem on the test for it's about like trigonometry. So with that you can get like more advanced, which can help you in like high school and then middle school. What differentiates our app from other apps is that like ChatGPT, like I use ChatGPT a lot for like my homework assignments, but one thing I really get frustrated with is that it doesn't really help me through what I'm trying to learn. It just gives me the answer more. So like, ChatGPT explains it and like how it's been taught to explain it to you. Like, but then like if you ask a middle schooler to explain this, you might have no idea what some of the words mean. So with EduGenius, you can
like paraphrase it differently so that like kids at their grade group can understand it more easier.
Thank you for listening. And we want to thank Sangha and Code for helping us do this part.
Any questions?
Did a very nice job explaining it. Took a lot of notes as we were going here. I don't have any questions. Are there any in the room in Bloomington?
Thank you so much.
So tell me a little bit more about the AI technologies you're using
So,
and like how it works in the app.
so,
I saw the slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
so, so like NLP, like I'll start with NLP. So natural language processing. So a lot of different students pursue their language in a different way. Like I like my like text, like when somebody explains it to me, I like a lot of facts and like facts data. Like another student might like more like imagine them in their head to like natural language processing is like it looks at like the type of data and like what kind of person you are and it tailors it specifically for you.
So with computer vision, so students will just like take picture, then AI will explain how all the part works, and it'll like generate mostly accurate responses because they're like very advanced and smart.
So for machine learning, one thing I've noticed like about ChatGPT is like sometimes it makes mistakes. It can be inaccurate. And maybe at the beginning, EduGenius might also work like that, but it will learn from its mistakes and get better.
That's where machine learning comes in. So our app doesn't just like use a bunch of other people's data. It starts at the very basic model and it observes just you. So like if like sometimes like AI can get confused with a lot of other people because one person might act differently, like a majority of people might act differently than me. So it focuses just on you and gives you the sources and like lessons that are focused mainly on you. Imaging?
So with AI imaging, enhances and it's like it can enhance engagement and visual learning. And it can give personalized plans. If they have many questions on a topic, it would help them understand more and be more advanced.
So what's the difference between computer vision and AI imaging?
That's a great question. So computer vision, that's more like scanning and like understanding what's in front of them, but AI imaging is more like
it's generating a picture for you. Like sometimes they say like a picture is worth a million words. So sometimes some students can be more visual learners and it can help you with that.
So like for computer vision, you take an input to the computer, we'll try to search and see what it is, and we'll just give you like a statement on what this is. But with AI imaging, it can help you see like the way you're trying to solve this problem more differently.
Another thing with AI imaging is that like if you try to explain what I don't know, like an elephant is to a kindergartner, they're probably not gonna get it. So if you say they're really big and they have tusks, kindergartners probably don't know what a tusk is. So like AI imaging can actually generate those pictures in a way so that children can understand in all age groups and gaming.
So for gaming, so our app itself is meant for like all age groups from K through 12. But for elementary school kids, because they might have like a harder time paying attention, it's more like educational games so that they'll listen more and understand.
So remind me again, how we're leveraging gaming in the app.
Okay.
Like, what is that?
So what if they had gaming? It's like middle schoolers and high schoolers, like they just like they know about gaming. They're old enough not to play like a lot of games. Like, but this is for like our first graders and kindergartners. So.
So like elaborate on your question. So like gaming as in if a kindergartner or like a second grader is learning a lot about butterflies, games can be it can be like a variety in a garden and like there can be like a bunch of butterflies and it can be like identifying what butterfly it is after teaching them about it. Like basically like that.
Or if they're like very young, it could be like a bunch of animals and then they have to choose which one is the butterfly.
You said that it's gonna, in the beginning, it might make mistakes,
Yeah.
but it's gonna get better.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
where machine learning comes in.
So it can like analyze its own mistakes. So if it gives you an incorrect response, you can tell it this isn't what I was looking for, and then it'll understand that and yeah.
So like this works as in like a talk, like talking to somebody. This like our app works like that. So like if you're asking for I don't know, like explain global warming to me, and it gives something that's like totally unrelated, something about polar bears, and then you're like, that's like in the genre I'm talking about, but like that's not as accurate as I want it to be. So EduGenius can understand that you're looking for more like facts and like more in depth of like the things you're asking about. So it'll like next time it'll tailor specifically just for like more in depth. It'll change its method basically. That's what. Any more questions?
I think I'm.
Right, nice job.
Bonnie, can we take a quick break?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll take a quick 10-minute break. If you guys want to use the restroom, or what have you. I believe you have two more things. We have the Trailblazers and Signal Lot. Trailblazers, if you can be back here by 4:05, we'll get going at 4:05.
Wait, hold on. I'll be reading it. And you can add more stuff. The pricing one. The price. We did I do it now. Don't want one. Never saw it. I don't like to do my own I do. Those are my long. Are you taking pictures of me? What? No, I'm not. I love what? No, I wouldn't be there. On this stick. Hey, that's what I'm trying now. Can't see us anything. Sure, no. Is this Riz? There is a. No, the Riz is mine. The Riz is bad. Why are you smiling? I never thought you smiled. I just read about it. Stop. I know all the. Okay, I do like. And then you're like, no, I'm not glad I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, ready? Oh, no. That's fine, don't even lie, but every time we're on a call, you everyone when you're like intense on text. I don't think everyone. Actually, wash it. Is your happy? No, you Cyrus. What does it look like? It looks awesome. You know it's wrong. It's very short. It's like does he have a seatbelt? Does he have a seatbelt?
I'm 62.5. Just 6, 7. Bro. I'm 6. Guys are all seventh grade. You're on something. I'm on video. You should change your last name. No, I heard.
No, everyone's going on.
It's not understand how many people like it. I get you the hard one. No. They are less to us. Yeah. That's why it's really nice. You're not because I'm in him for rebuilding it.
Look at the one on this side.
Like, wait, which beneath the guy that you already from that? The one that went over. Yeah. The one with glasses on the gums. No, the one that has like the one who's turned. Yeah. The one like the three on the door. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's Let's go. Yeah, that's weird. Let's go. Let's go. Every time my friends are on like she tells me she'll let her go. Hey, look. No, the first because she will. What is this? Are they fun? No, it's not. What's your mom? That's not, you do not have consent. I will sue you. This is right. Yeah, you do not have consent. I'm gonna come in after the. I know why. Hi, Alon. Okay. I need to talk to you. Whatever. I first thing about you. Oh yeah. It's very No, I'm really weak. We're all used to an Android like a Me too, bro. Look at how many nice versions. Yeah, I feel like I just like cracked it. I would crack down. Really? Yeah, no. I have to like that. Exactly not. Oh, yeah, that's gonna happen. Right back. Yeah. That was like the best friend. Yeah, they were. Oh,
Bro, are you eight six? Suck at this thing.
Hey Josiah, can you hear us?
I remember. Yes, Bonnie, I can hear you loud and clear.
How's it going so far?
So far, so good. Kids are
Yeah.
taking a break, having a snack.
Yep, we're doing the same out here, man. We'll get going in about 2 minutes, and I think the last one's your team, isn't it, Josiah?
Yeah, team 7. Hayden was their mentor, and then one more team.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up the slides for the next one, and do you want to take over the last one?
Yeah, I got the last one.
All right. See you in a bit then.
You too.
And by the way, Josiah and Valerie, we were thinking we'll get the judges in a breakout room if you want to debrief and talk through your scoring. Does that make sense to you, Valerie?
Sure does. Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sounds good.
And we were thinking, I think Tom and Josh, Valerie, were comfortable with just doing a quick debrief to give some feedback to the teams. Are you comfortable maybe just giving some feedback to each of the 9 teams?
Yes.
Okay. Josiah, Tom was suggesting if the mentors want to chime in as part of the debrief too.
Sure. We can do that.
Yep, sounds good. All right. I'm gonna bring the next team up.
Sounds good.
All right, and is the next team here? All right, next up we have Team Trailblazers. I'm gonna bring up their slides.
Here's my spell check.
All right, here we go, and you guys can take it away when you're ready.
This is our product identified by the Trailblazers. This is Drew. I am also Drew, and that's Shivani, and that's Amelia.
What is identifier? Next.
We have transitions.
Identifier is a product that is designed to protect people from kitchen fires. It finds and alerts you of a fire risk using a small camera that is placed by you around your stovetop. It provides advice and insight for fire prevention relevant to you and your kitchen. And it contacts first responders if a fire is spotted.
The communication and cost. To inform you if there's any threat of a fire, it has an inbuilt speaker to say that there's a fire threat, and it will contact you through our Identifier Bluetooth app that can be downloaded to your phone through the App Store or Google Play. The cost of our product will be around $65-ish, and it can vary around like the model. And so it'll also be available to most buyers, but we can also make revenue as well. Why does it matter? Our 3 key points is to improve AI, save lives, and raise awareness. So to improve our AI, it improves AI's ability to sense danger around people's houses using computer vision. To save lives, our product protects the lives of your loved ones and pets when it alerts you of potential fire risks. To raise awareness, it raises the people's awareness around the world about the dangers of household appliances and how they can cause serious damage.
Well, how does it utilize AI? It uses computer vision by using the camera that you place, and so it can like see potential fire hazards and risks. And it uses machine learning. So, if example, there's something that it doesn't recognize as a fire hazard and it causes a fire, it will like learn that whatever caused the fire can cause a fire, and then I'll remember that. So the next time it doesn't like forget about it, and then like it'll alert you about it. It uses natural language processing to communicate with you when there's a fire hazard. It tells you that there's a fire hazard, and yeah.
Our goals were to decrease house fires, protecting from fires, and minimizing property damage. We decrease house fire, and the most common cause of house fires is cooking fires. Identify the potential cause of the fire and stop it. To protect people from fires, cooking fires take 550 lives each year in the United States alone. With the identifier, your stove can alert you before the fire even starts and save your life. Minimizing property damage by like household fires cause significant property damage with property losses more than 48 billion annually. Thanks for your attention. We hope to save more lives with this product and make an impact on the world with the help of AI.
Also, special thanks to Hayden for helping us.
Any questions?
So this is both the hardware and the software. It's a camera too.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you consider integration with other things, like many people have, say, Blink cameras in their homes already, or they have their Amazon Alexa in their kitchen because they use it for recipes? Did you consider that?
So those kind of cameras they're just regular cameras that like showcase what's happening in the room. While our camera, the identifier, it detects fires or any probable like risks of getting a fire. So like it's like mostly pretty different. So it's a more of a special camera that you can put in your kitchen.
And also, the identifier is made to be heat resistant, so it doesn't like burn in a fire that could have caused it. So if you had your own camera watching over that, even if it had the software, it might get burned and melt.
So is the goal of this just to detect that there is a fire, or is it also to detect the possibility of?
Yes, it's both. It's to detect if there's a possibility. It'll warn you about what you're doing or what is happening in the house could cause a fire. Or if there is a fire, it'll also call the first responders and you that there's a fire in your house.
Would it be able to identify the type of fire it is and what the best option to extinguish it?
So that will be part of the computer vision. So it'll like identify which kind of fires it is, and it'll tell you how much serious damage it'll cause. So then you can call like maybe like 911 or like the first responders, so then they can come and help you.
Could it give me information about what I could do before they respond?
Yeah, so
I'm in a rural area and it could take 20 minutes before they show up.
So when the identifier app sends you when the camera sends you the information about the fire through the app, it can also send you information on how you can stop it or how to stop it from spreading if it's too big.
Maybe I missed it, like in the beginning, you said this was specific for kitchens? Or this was for the whole house?
No, it's specific for the kitchens, but it
could be used.
It could be used for the whole house, but it's primarily used for like specific like kitchen stovetops ovens.
Because that's where like most common house fires happen, which cause lots of loss of people's lives.
I saw that 550. So in the US alone. So I guess to Josh's question, and if I understand correctly, I'm trying to put it all together. So if there's a camera Or is it just one camera or is it multiple cameras or?
You can get multiple, but it has like a really wide range, so you can detect a lot of fires.
So it's gonna look at my kitchen. And then it's gonna figure out that the fire is in my toaster, or it's in my air fryer, or it's in my stove, my kitchen, I'm sorry, my fridge had a malfunction, that kind of thing. And that's what it's gonna notify me and say, hey, Tom, there's a problem with your fridge, you might wanna check it out, or, yeah. Tell me more.
It can also tell you if it thinks that's going to happen. If there's like a sign that it might cause a fire.
Tell me more about that.
Like, sorry.
So not only does it notify you if there is a fire, but it'll also notify you if there is any chance of happening. Say like you maybe accidentally left the stove on, you leave the house, it's like really common cause of house fires. It'll notify you and tell you like, hey, your stove is on, and please come back home to turn it off so it can reduce the risk of a house fire.
So what, sorry, I'm having a question again. So what AI technology, you've heard me ask almost every team this, tell me about all the AI technologies we're using. You just tell me, that's all.
So we're using natural language, natural processing,
Natural language.
Sure.
natural language processing, computer vision, and machine learning.
Okay, so, all right, that's what I thought I saw. So natural language processing, how is that working in this scenario? Because I heard a camera.
It's like communicating with you, so it doesn't like.
Through our app, it'll send you notifications. That's how the natural language processing will work.
And if you, if there's a really, and also when it messages you through the app, it also, has this inbuilt speaker, which I think we put on there. It, will also say out loud that this could potentially cause a fire or there is a fire.
Say like if you have a kitchen downstairs and maybe you're upstairs or in the basement, it'll alert you if you're in the house. And it still will, but like if you're in the house, it'll have an inbuilt speaker so that you can hear it, and it'll send you a notification just in case you're outside of the house.
So then, and maybe, I think Valerie asked this question, but I just want to confirm. So the device that is your product is specifically a camera and that's it. I don't mean that's it, but that's the only portion, right? There's no, like this doesn't have like a smoke detector or a heat detector or anything like that.
It also has a smoke.
Okay, so it's a device that does all that.
So yeah.
Okay. What are all the things it's monitoring?
So it'll have sensors for heat, so it could like, just in case there's a specific part of your kitchen or anything where you keep it that has a lot more heat than anything else, like if it's outside the camera's view, it could send you something. It also has smoke detectors. So if there's smoke, you would know about it. And it would also be able to see a fire if there is.
So that heat detection, is that doing it with sensors or is that doing it like the camera knows that there's
The camera has built-in sensors.
Yes.
So say like if there is a fire, it'll tell you, and say if there's like a heat, so like too much heat or if there's smoke, it'll give you a serious alert. So you can like.
Sure. I guess what I'm asking, let me ask the question a little differently. So is the camera detecting where the hot spot is? Or is there like temperature sensors around the room?
The camera has temperature sensors and it'll also have like.
It also has like infrared just in case. So like if there's like a fire in your oven, which it like can't see directly, it'll be able to like sense see that.
And for there's also fire in your oven microwave that's not really like hazardous. So the machine learning will train that to say like the fire in the oven is not a hazard, so no need to worry about that. And then so it'll only alert you on specific dangerous fires.
Valerie, I've been hogging all the questions. It's your turn.
Did you research if this camera exists?
For your information, it does exist, they're expensive, it's called blur, that's all I are.
So I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time here. I heard they do exist, but they're expensive.
Yes, It's called an FLIR. I forget what FLIR stands for, but it allows you to detect the differences in heat and cold and heat in the room. They use it for more than just fires. They use it for detecting temperature differences at walls and doing energy assessments on houses and things like that. But yeah, that's most likely the type of camera we use for camera.
Is that coming from the room and not from the presenters?
It is coming from it's coming from Josh.
Okay, I thought that sounded like Josh. All right, yeah, because I was wondering, I was like, for $65, this is doing a lot here.
You challenge you to do it for $65, but if you do enough volume, there's a possibility.
Or it's subsidized.
Yeah.
We're giving you all.
We, what would it take to possibly expand the scope of this? Because I'll just start from here. My son and daughter are both in the local fire department, right? So this is something that's very, very close to what happens in my family, right? So how could it expand to other things, such as people leaving candles unattended? Really, really top number one. People leaving cigarettes burning and they walk away. In bedrooms, there's another really common spot, especially because people want to burn candles in their room and make their room smell nice, right? So what would it take to expand the scope of this to include more than just a kitchen?
So you can buy like more cameras, like more of the identified thing, like more cameras.
We also have it for say some books, because usually cameras cost from like regular cameras cost from around $15.90. So we wanted to make it available for most people. So if you wanted it in separate rooms, you could potentially buy like 3 or 4 and keep them in different rooms.
And you could also take if you're gonna buy more cameras, you can, with the machine learning, you can program it, or not like program it, it'll learn to like, for the kitchen, these are hazards, and for the bedroom, these are the different kinds of hazards. So it'll like differentiate based on where like what the atmosphere, like the area is.
This is a really cool idea.
How does it notify the first responders? Like, is it like, what's the technology there? Is it like,
We have a Bluetooth app that's connected to the camera to your phone. So it'll.
I'm not home, how's it calling? Because you said it monitors like when I'm away. So if I'm not in my house and Josh is cooking in my kitchen, he came over, right? He's watching my dog or something, right? And he's cooking, maybe whatever accidents happen. So how does it notify, like, does it? Because I'm not there, my phone's not there for it to connect through.
It'll also be connected to the Wi-Fi, and it'll try to get to the nearest cell tower.
Okay.
So it can call the emergency.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I don't have any.
All right, last theme that we have is from Texas. And it's the Sigma bots. Michael, Nathan, and Jaden, take it away. I think you're on mute in case you keep talking.
Hey, can y'all hear us?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second, just pulling up the PowerPoint right here.
He's stolen my computer. It's too bad.
All right, take it away, boys.
So we're making an app called LearnBot. We're making an app called LearnBot. I'm Jaden,
I'm Michael.
and this one named Nathan, but he left early. So LearnBot is an app that helps students of all levels learn STEM subjects, help with the homework, and prep for exams with the help of AI.
LearnBot uses elements of computer vision, NLP, machine learning, and AI in gaming.
And this is a logo app icon. So when you open the app, you just like log in, or you have to make an account so you can like save all your progress, and you can like select what subject you want to do, and you can like have them teach you about it, or you can test yourself on it. Or if you choose to capture a photo, you can like scan it. You can like scan the
Homework.
yeah, you can scan the homework, and it can like teach you, or you can like grade your homework. So like if it grades your homework, it will tell you if it's correct or if it's incorrect. Um, and if you ask it to teach you, then
When you press the teach button, our AI bot named Alan can tell you about a selected subject, and once you know about it, you will do better in school tests. It will also give you a few questions to see if you understand the subject. This uses NLP.
and you just like press on the button to press teach, and it'll explain everything. So when you test yourself, let's say you do math and the question is 2 times 5, but you press like the answer is 5, it's gonna say it's incorrect. Then it's gonna let you try again, and if you try again, then you can like try again one last time. If you get it wrong, then you can either have them teach you, or you can do the next question. This uses machine learning.
Test part 2. If you press the test button and get the answer correct, the app will let you play a mini game. There's more info about the game on slide 8. This uses machine learning too.
So with the game, so the way it works is when you get a question right, it's gonna bring you to like an alien shooting game. You can play for a little while. When you die, or if you destroy 10 ships, then you go back to the questions. This uses AI in gaming. Thank you for listening to our LearnBot presentation.
Real quick, what was your team name?
The Sigma bots.
Thanks.
Any questions?
So could you go back to, for the testing aspects? How is the testing aspect of what you're doing machine learning?
What?
Testing aspect.
So it uses machine learning because like based on what you get correct or wrong, it sees what you're struggling with, and it'll give you different questions based on it.
And the parents can also like kind of code it to like to tell. It helps parents like learn to code because you could code it to tell you the correct answer and wrong answer and grade you like
that. Like the testing, it like based on what you got, that's what it'll teach you like later on. So it lets you keep progress about what you currently know or don't know. And we're planning on doing a monthly subscription of maybe about $10. And but you get a 7-day free trial so they can like try it out.
I'm gonna ask some more questions, so like make sure I understood. So for that test, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so on that test, the test scanning, by the way, I like that you actually have pictures like of what your app might look like. So The so you scan the test that you got back from your teacher, I assume. So you're scanning that picture, and then you're saying your technology is gonna read the question and then read your answer and then figure out how to tell you how to do it better. Is that right?
Yeah. Or you could like, or if you have like any homework, you finish it, it can grade it. Or if you like, or if you have homework and you don't understand, it can like explain, but you have to scan it first to show the like what the problem is.
So
And
how does it know you didn't do your homework right? Or how does it know your test is wrong?
because we're gonna like add like code and it's gonna like learn about like how to do different like things with math, science, engineering, and technology. Um, and like what is it? Yeah. So when it's done explaining, it'll give you a feel like 2 or 3 new questions just to see your understanding. So if you understand it, it'll and like you can get back to your homework. When you're done, you can let it grade. If it's correct, it'll tell you if everything's good. If it's wrong, they can explain a few concepts.
Good turn.
I also appreciated the little mock-ups of what the experience would look like. I think you've done a great job of explaining it. And I don't have any questions.
Thank you.
I don't have any further questions. Josh, do you have any questions?
I think, Tom, were you thinking about calling Valerie?
Yeah, just give me a minute to finish my.
Yeah.
my
I'm on screen again.
Jump out.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, team, we're gonna give the judges maybe, let's just say up until 4:50. So you all have 20 minutes. When they come back, what the judges are gonna do is give each team some feedback about what you all did well, what you think you can do differently the next time around. So stick around, so you have 20 minutes. You can step out, get a cookie or a snack or a drink, or don't step out of the building. You can just stay here. You can wander around if you like. Does that work for everyone? Tom, Josh, 20 minutes, does that sound good to you?
I gotta step my camera.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Josiah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Bonnie, I'm right here.
So 20 minutes for them to debrief, so just to align on who the winners are and then come back at 4:50 Central Time. So that'll give us maybe about 40 minutes for debrief. How does that sound to you?
40 minutes. Can we make that a little shorter?
Yeah, we can cut it short. I'm just saying that's the max we have is what I'm saying.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we can make it quick. I'm gonna give out the certificates to the students here, the participant certificates. And I'll email the ones to Maheish and to Kanav as well. And we'll go from there. How does it sound?
Sounds good.
Josiah, are you good with maybe facilitating the debrief at the end? You can just pull in on the judges and go from there.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
All right, man. Talk to you in a bit.
Well, look, if they want a picture with Austin, they can also get a picture with me free of charge. Like it's totally fine.
Hey, judges, this is Josiah here in Dallas. So there's another room or another meeting that we're going to attend to debrief. I will send that in the chat right here. Just please join that. It has the passcode as well.
Hey, Josiah,
Yes, Bonnie.
the judges stepped out to just call Valerie directly. They'll come back in here for the debrief for the last few minutes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
All right. Sorry about the confusion, buddy.
No worries. No worries. Hey, team. I don't know.
Josiah does not know. He said, I don't know.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
We're good. We could do.
Or unless you want to use mine, it's louder.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's do I use Pickens ladder.
What's going on?
You need to mute while you're not talking.
All right, Josiah. Are you guys ready on your end?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, Valerie, Tom, and Josh, take it away when you're ready.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing all this. Your presentations were awesome. You made our jobs immensely difficult to figure out which is our champion for this this competition. A lot of the notes that I had here in terms of, sorry, I'm getting old. I gotta flip up my glasses so I can actually read what I wrote. Really liked a lot of your solutions. They actually addressed real problems. I know you all heard me talk about the fire and how it related to a lot of my family. I've got 5 kids. The parenting app related to me very specifically as a parent, and I really, really loved that. I like a lot of the different technologies and how they can solve real problems that I have on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I'll add on to what Josh said. I think I'm going to start with this right now. Is that I'd like you to give yourselves all a round of applause here for a minute.
Yeah.
So just appreciate each other and what you did, because man, I wish I was as smart as you guys when I was your age.
I'm glad Zoom did
Sure. And I wish I had this kind of opportunity when I was your age, because this would have been super cool, and it probably would have changed where I went with my career and how I went about things and all that stuff. So thank your mentors too, and who put on this program, because this is a really neat thing for you to get this opportunity, and it shows that you guys kind of made the most of it. I think going through this. One thing I was really impressed by is that for your age, you guys all seem. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like nobody is a really good speaker right off the bat. But I don't think I could have stood in front of this room and spoke like every single one of you did, and that the folks online too. Like, I never could have done that at your age. So you guys did great at that. Keep focusing on that, because it doesn't matter how smart you are or what skills you have or all those kinds of things. If you can't communicate, you're done. Like what'll make you better is to be able to communicate. So keep working on that part. You're doing great already. The ideas on here were super cool. I was kind of commenting to Pawnee and Austin and some others outside, because I think it would be really cool to bring you guys back in the room in 2 or 3 years and have you do the same assignment and see if you pick the same things, or if you choose to go about it a different way or something like that, just because of the way life changes or because of what you learn or because you had time to think about it. Like, you're going to go home tonight and be like, oh, I wish we would have done this or we'd have done that, kind of a thing. But I love some of the ideas. And then lastly, and I'll let Valerie talk here. What I really liked about this, and I could tell for some of you, these were problems that you're trying to solve in your lives, I think. Or they're things that you guys tackle, which is super cool. That was the whole idea of the assignment. So like whether it was what was interesting is some of them were similar situations, right? So what did I'm kind of curious from you guys, like what you thought about that, and you're like, oh man, that's what we did, you know, or the idea is, but the idea was that you were pitching why you were different from your peers on there. So you did a great job with that. Valerie, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit.
So I will just say, again, kudos to you all for the creativity, the courage that it takes to say, I'm going to give up part of my weekend, maybe tell some of my friends, no, I'm going to go learn and do something new. And the courage to stand up in front of a group of your peers, adults, and present your ideas and what you've been diving into the last couple of days. Because while you all look like you've been doing this for a while, I'm certain many of you felt the internal, oh, I don't like this. And that takes courage just to push through something you really don't necessarily do all the time or even like to do, and do it well. So you all should be very, very proud of yourselves and should pat yourselves on the back. One thing I want to say is you had some very unique problem statements. And where we work in the product management world that has technology that you apply to the problem, you fall in love with the problem first. You don't fall in love with the technology. The technology is what you use to actually solve the problem. So many of you gave great data points. And so, like Tom said, if you came back in a couple of years, I would encourage you to dive into those data points more. Because data is just a symptom of what the problem actually is. And so you need to dig deeper to find the problem that you're actually solving for, where that data came from. And so keep that in mind and ask yourself, why all the time when you're looking at data and when you're looking at a potential problem to get to the actual part of the action. But again, congratulations to all of you. Nice job, and I hope you're very proud of yourself. We're proud of you. Okay, are we ready to reveal the winner?
No.
All right, Valerie, it's you.
It's me? Okay. I just heard a bunch of gobbledygook there for a minute. All right.
You're going to say the winner.
I'm saying the winner. Okay. The winner is Team BU, the self-improvement app. We really appreciated the practicality of your solution. You kept it narrow and focused on the problem, and you really applied the technology well. And it was a very holistic AI solution. So nicely done.
I guess, Connie, I don't know if you plan on this or not, but like, we'll throw it out there. Like, did you guys have questions for us or like anything that you wanted to ask us based on what you did? Like, you don't have to say anything. Okay, good. Got off the hook.
Any questions from Texas, Josiah?
I'm glad you guys let me come into a room and I got to see people. So that was pretty cool. So it's been a while since I get to see people. But like I get to see Valerie on the computer almost every day, and I get to see Austin on the computer every day. But it was nice to be elbow to elbow with some humans for a change. So that was nice. Thank you.
Tom, Josh, and Valerie, you kind of started with this. You said simplicity of the idea. Could you share a bit more about what you liked about the winners app, or to pitch a bit more too, if you don't mind?
I can go with one first that struck me and probably made it one of my favorites is what I really liked about it was I don't know if it was like the council, I forgot how you called it. But it was like the idea of you being able to talk to the machine
Oh, the chat
and
box.
explain like something going on in your life or to talk. I see that was me. So like that, I think that was a really good idea because I see that in myself and I see that in students that I work with, like in STEM projects and things like that, where a lot of times you're more comfortable to talk to a device or talk to a machine than to talk to someone in person. Some people don't want to talk to a machine or a device. They want to talk to a physical person. And I think it's cool. That's a really cool idea. And I think it has a lot of potential for it. And I'm sure it may even exist. Hopefully it exists. But I thought that was really neat. That was one thing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of it that caught my eye, but that was a super cool idea. Some nice work. Was there something you want to?
I like the 3 points that you guys came up with from the standpoint of, hey, you start off with, and that was in my notes, and I'll have to go back to them because you had very specifically, where did they go?
That was my lesson learned. I should have taken better notes.
Oh yeah, start small. Stay content and track progress. Those, while there's a lot of complexity that can be managed, it's also a very good thing to stay focused. Like Valerie is noting, there's so much data that's out there. You have to focus on what the data is actually trying to tell us and keep on those simple solutions of just solving the basic problem. And I think you guys did a really, really good job of focusing on those direct problems out there.
Problem solving 101 for sure is those 3 steps that you called out. Valerie, is there something in particular you want to?
I have said it. Nice job again. I do need to run now. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this. This was very fun.
Well, on that note, let's thank Valerie, Tom, and Josh for spending their Sunday afternoon with us. Thank you note, and I have an electronic thank you note for you, Valerie. We'll let you be. I know you need to run. Thank you. I'm going to call on the team to get the winner certificates from Tom and Josh. Tom, if you want to give this out to Ridan Shinde. I have Benda team up to take a picture with Tom and Josh. I have Hasini Konakanchi.
I guess Dallas is photobombing too.
Please do.
Hold on.
And Vivan Srijit. Yeah.
No, do not, please.
Do you want to come back here to take a team picture, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Hold on, where are you going?
Or Dallas might want to be in the
Yeah.
I love the form. It's nice.
So then we put the tape down too? Yeah. All right. You're hiding here. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh.
We're good.
All right.
All right, nicely done. Thank you again. Let's take a minute to recognize all the mentors who helped out as well. I'm gonna call on each of the mentors to see if they have any observations to share. Let's start with Texas. Hayden, any observations as a mentor? Hayden?
Any observations as a mentor, like in general or of my team specifically?
In general, in general.
Oh, in general, I think you all did an excellent job. I think you were all very creative with how to use AI, and I still think my team was the best. Go Trailblazers forever in my heart. You know, I'll get a Trailblazers tattoo. It'll always connected. Anyways, but I think everyone did good. But you know, one team did a lot more good, if you know what I'm saying.
So this may be surprising to some of you. Hayden is a senior in high school, right, Hayden?
I am a senior in high school. It's true. It's true. This could be you one day. You know, you wish, but yeah, I'm sure some of you will get there.
So just imagine the learning that he has gone through as well. So Josiah, any remarks, observations as a mentor in terms of what you've seen?
Y'all guys did a great job. Y'all guys had really great ideas, especially with these topics. Artificial intelligence is still at its infancy at the moment, and there's so many. It's a vast field of information and topics. So these are kind of hard topics that people learn, but y'all did really great implementing them into your projects and into your designs. As a mentor, I noticed like for my team, they were really, really excited about it. That was something I was really surprised about. My team was the one that designed like the phone app, and they had the iPhone and everything in there. So it was just really cool to see all the creativeness that they could do. So good job, guys. Good luck on your future endeavors, and never stop being curious and never stop learning.
You couldn't hear him, but while you guys were doing your presentations, he was being pretty mean. So it's interesting he's saying this now. You should have heard what he was saying while you guys were presenting.
I'll give a special shout out to Josiah. We've been planning this for about 7 months. So the amount of work that has gone in, Josiah led the work about recruiting people, getting the material together, figuring out the logistics. So special shout out to Josiah for doing that.
Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah.
Let me call on Aryan. Aryan, are you still on the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
Aryan, any observations from you, Aryan?
No, I thought my group was really good. They were really creative with their ideas and were really diligent in working.
Yeah, Aryan, I won't do justice. Are you still a high schooler or have you transitioned to college now?
Yeah, no, I'm a senior in high school right now.
So another one. He helped out with the hackathon last year. Thank you, Aryan.
Yeah.
Really good job. How about you, Ito Bray? Ito Bray is from Atlanta. Ito Bray, what are your observations as a mentor?
I think everything went really well, and I was very surprised and delighted by all of the different perspectives and how they came up with their designs with the different perspectives about like things that can make life easier in everyday life.
Thank you, Ito Bray. Ito Bray, I missed you. I didn't even see you on there. Good to see you.
Good seeing you too, Tom.
Thank you. How about you, Josh? Any observations as a mentor from your end?
Well, I've got to say, I really liked my team. They really did a great job. I liked everyone, and their ideas. I was impressed how they were listening to the presentations and how they implemented it in their projects. And I just hope they have a better one coming soon. Yes.
Absolutely.
Very smooth, Josh.
So speaking of better one coming soon, all of you or your parents will receive a feedback form. We just want you to be brutally honest with you. This is the only way for us to improve the experience. If you think that you could do something differently, give us a feedback to the feedback form. Thank you, Josh. Let me get to Raja. Raja is another mentor who helped out for the last 2 days. What are your observations?
Well, it's amazing. All of these concepts are hard. AI, ML, you heard a lot of buzzwords, right? You might be hearing about ChatGPT, but all these different things. We got an idea yesterday. So digesting just that information is hard, but applying those concepts and coming up with the product idea in such a short time, it's no easy task. You guys did amazing, lots of great ideas. We all hope that this created a spark of curiosity in all of you. Take this and continue your journey. So this you guys build on top of it.
I echo that. I think some of you are 6th graders, if I understand it correctly. For you to actually associate NLP with speech, when you think about speech, hey, there's NLP to be used. I think the comprehension of the concepts was really good. So thank you. Let me get to Austin. Austin's been a part of the core team that's been working for the last 7 months. Austin, what do you have to share?
I'm just going to kind of echo what's been said. Everybody did awesome. Creativity's off the charts. The technical aptitude for your age is amazing. I think echoing from what Valerie, Tom, and Josh were kind of calling out, scoping your problem and learning how to really problem solve and stay focused on one particular thing or a small set of things will go a long way in developing things that are feasible and really usable. Yeah, everybody did great. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Austin. We missed Nandini. She had to leave early. Sam, I'm going to call on you. And what are your observations as a mentor?
it's amazing. I love all the projects, the designs that you shared. I believe it is not easy to speak in front of a crowd. As Tom and George said, it's not easy to speak in front of a crowd. The projects, that you showcased today, very amazing. That's really good. And a special shout out to my team, Pakalya, Shloka, and Chiru. They have done really extremely well. I feel that every team is a winner. It's a matter of probably 1 to 0.5 to 1 point difference, but every team is a winner. So congratulations to you all, and we all hope to see you next year.
All right.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions or comments to share before we wrap things up? If you're like me, the last 2 brain cells in my head are fighting to stay alive. But any comments from any students or participants? Go ahead.
We actually just won.
Uh,
I'm so confused because we thought we did so bad.
okay, it looks like you did, and you are the winners.
I hope you caught the why you were the winner. They mentioned that. Simplicity of the concept.
Yeah.
It was more than the concept, actually. So it was that you thought through some of the things a little bit more, and that it was your scope really well, I think, was a big one that Josh called out. I'll start with that. So like that's really hard to do. Scoping is incredibly difficult. Like Austin probably tries to pin me down on scoping. Valerie tries to pin me down on scoping all the time. Like it's just a thing because I get so excited with the tech. I'm like, oh, and we can do this, and we can do this, and then we can do that kind of thing. And you can't build it all. Like you got to figure out what you're going to build and focus on that, and then you can add enhancements later on. But you guys had the scoping down really well. You explained your stuff really well. But the whole idea of this project was to say like how you're going to use AI technologies inside of it, and you did a really good job of saying how you were going to apply that tech in it. So not that the others didn't do that, but it was a realistic use of some of that technology for sure, and it was tough. Like we probably had 2 or 3 that were on the top. And like the judging, that's probably one of the feedbacks that we have is like the way we had to judge stuff. We need to make that a little different. It might have made it a little bit easier to pick some of the things out, but like it's tough. You guys were all strong. Like you guys all had good ideas and you're all excited about your work. So keep at it because I'm really excited to see what you guys do in 2 years or 4 years or I hope to work for you one day because you guys are sharp. Yeah.
Last thing I'll call out, if you had to pick one word to describe your experience in the last 2 days, what would that be? Go ahead. Tired? Fair? Anyone else? Go ahead. Happy? All right. Interesting. Interesting is an interesting word. Yeah. Teamwork. Thank you. Challenge. Exhausting. Tired. Okay. I'll bring the thesaurus to you. All right. What else? Did you have your hand up? Sure. Okay.
Like
Accomplished. Yeah. Good. All right. Anyone in Texas? Any comments before we wrap up?
No, Bonnie, we're all good. We had a good time. Yeah.
Well, I have one comment. I have one comment. I do really think you guys did very, very well. I thought all the products were great. And I would encourage you guys to, go find some of the more, technical aspects of what you're talking about and look into them and learn and do all this cool stuff because you guys all clearly have a lot of vision that I'm sure you can execute on with time.
Yep. Thank you. Mahesh and Kanav, are you still on the call? Or did we lose you? Mahesh called in from Virginia and Kanav was from Vegas. So we had good participation across the board. So thank you.
One other thing I want to add on this, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say it or not, but I'm going to say it anyways. So what was really exciting to me too is to see so many females in this room. I'm so happy to see that because I mentor, like Josh and I, we do a couple of different STEM programs in the classes. Not to say that there's not a lot of females in those programs, but there's not. So I'm really happy to see all your faces here and that you guys were present and wanted to do this. hopefully it wasn't 100% your parents saying you're gonna go do it. I hope some of this was that you wanted to do this. I see the smiles, and some of it was your parents telling you. But like, I'm so happy to see you in this and participating, because we need you in this workforce too. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, great comment. Thank you. All right, that's really it. If you want to grab a cookie on your way out, you can do so. Thank you again. Have a good one. Josiah, I think that's a wrap for us, and we can catch up later.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks again. Have a good one.
Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.